Creativity is the heartbeat of artistic pursuits, serving as the foundation for innovation and expression. At its core, creativity involves the ability to generate new and original ideas, concepts, and approaches. It is the capacity to see the world not only as it is but as it could be, utilizing imagination to transcend conventional boundaries. In the realm of art, creativity is not merely a desirable trait, it is essential. Artists rely on their creative abilities to convey emotions, challenge norms, and inspire change, making it a crucial component of their work. The importance of creativity in artistic pursuits cannot be overstated. It fuels the exploration and experimentation that leads to groundbreaking art forms and movements. For instance, Pablo Picasso's venture into Cubism transformed the way we perceive perspective and form, breaking away from traditional representations. Similarly, Frida Kahlo's deeply personal and symbolic works introduced a unique narrative style that continues to resonate with audiences worldwide. These examples illustrate how creativity enables artists to push boundaries, offering fresh perspectives and sparking dialogue. Creativity's impact extends beyond the art world, influencing various sectors, from technology to education. In today's fast-paced and ever-evolving global landscape, the ability to think creatively is valued for its role in problem-solving and innovation. The design of user-friendly technology, for instance, requires creative input to ensure both functionality and aesthetic appeal, a principle evident in Apple's product design. Support for the importance of creativity is widespread among professionals and researchers alike. Many argue that nurturing creative skills can lead to more adaptable and resilient individuals capable of navigating complex challenges. Yet, the path to unlocking creativity is not without its challenges. Some skeptics assert that the emphasis on creativity can overshadow technical skill or lead to artistic endeavors that are overly abstract and inaccessible to the general public. The exploration of creativity in art also ties into broader discussions about the creative process itself, how artists harness inspiration and overcome blocks. Understanding creativity's significance helps dispel the myth that it is solely an innate talent, emphasizing instead that it can be cultivated through practice, exposure, and an open mindset. In conclusion, creativity is not only central to artistic endeavors, but also interwoven with processes of cultural and technological advancement. By recognizing and overcoming challenges associated with creativity, we can foster a more innovative and dynamic artistic landscape. This exploration of creativity sets the stage for examining specific techniques employed by visionary artists, further unlocking the vast potential of human imagination. Let's dive into the concept of embracing constraints within the broader topic of unlocking creativity through the techniques of visionary artists. At its core, embracing constraints refers to the idea that limitations can actually fuel creativity rather than stifle it. When artists are faced with restrictions, be it in terms of materials, time, or scope, they are often driven to think more innovatively. Constraints push individuals out of their comfort zones, prompting them to explore unconventional solutions and approaches. The significance of embracing constraints and unlocking creativity lies in its counterintuitive nature. While most might assume that creativity thrives in an environment devoid of boundaries, history and practice show otherwise. Visionary artists such as Leonardo da Vinci often worked under specific limitations which sparked unique forms of innovation. Similarly, directors like Alfred Hitchcock have used budgetary and technical constraints to inspire new film techniques that have since become iconic. One compelling example of this concept in action is the famous six-word story attributed to Ernest Hemingway: "For sale, baby shoes, never worn." Legend holds that Hemingway wrote this after a wager, but whether true or anecdotal, the story illustrates how constraints, in this case a strict word limit, can lead to profound creativity and emotional expression. Another example is the Dogma 95 movement in film, where directors such as Lars von Trier created movies by adhering to a set of strict, self-imposed rules. These constraints led filmmakers to explore storytelling in innovative and raw ways, resulting in distinctive cinematic works. While many creatives celebrate the idea of embracing constraints, there is also skepticism. Some argue that constraints can potentially stifle creativity if they are too rigid or arbitrary, leading to frustration rather than inspiration. Moreover, there's a perspective that creativity should be an unhindered flow of ideas, unencumbered by limitation. Balancing these viewpoints is crucial, and it depends on how the constraints are perceived and employed. In the broader context of unlocking creativity, embracing constraints highlights the adaptive and resilient nature of creative thinking. It connects to other aspects of this topic by emphasizing the importance of mindset and perspective, how one views limitations can greatly influence the innovative outcomes. By recognizing constraints as opportunities rather than obstacles, artists and creatives can unlock a deeper, more resourceful form of creativity that propels them toward visionary breakthroughs. Exploring the historical techniques used by visionary artists offers a rich tapestry of creative methodologies and insights that significantly enrich our understanding of creativity itself. Visionary artists, known for their imaginative and often unconventional approaches, have historically pushed the boundaries of artistic expression. They employ unique techniques that not only reflect their distinct visions, but also challenge traditional norms and encourage others to see the world through a new lens. The significance of studying these historical techniques lies in the inspiration and innovation they offer to contemporary artists and creators. By understanding the processes and philosophies of past visionaries, modern creatives can draw parallels and devise new approaches that expand their own creative boundaries. Visionary artists' techniques serve as a bridge between the past and the present, fostering a dialogue that encourages continuous evolution in artistic expression. One notable example is the use of automatic drawing by surrealists like André Breton and Salvador Dalí, who sought to unlock the subconscious mind. This technique involved creating artworks without conscious thought, allowing the artist's hand to move freely and unrestrained, thereby bypassing rational control. This approach not only resulted in groundbreaking art pieces, but also influenced wider artistic and psychological practices by offering a new avenue for exploring the depths of human creativity. Another illustrative example is the pointillism technique developed by Georges Seurat and Paul Signac. By meticulously applying small dots of color, these artists created vibrant and luminous effects that challenged the perceptions of color and light, effectively laying the groundwork for subsequent modern art movements. While the insights gained from such techniques are invaluable, they do not come without challenges or controversies. For instance, automatic drawing and its reliance on subconscious processes can be criticized for its unpredictable nature, potentially leading to art that lacks structure or cohesiveness. Similarly, techniques like pointillism were initially met with skepticism due to their departure from traditional methods and their reliance on optical illusions. These historical techniques influence other aspects of creativity by encouraging experimentation and interdisciplinary approaches, prompting artists to incorporate diverse methods from science, psychology, and philosophy into their work. This fusion not only cultivates innovation but also demonstrates the interconnectedness of creativity across different fields. Ultimately, exploring the techniques of visionary artists underscores the dynamic nature of creativity, revealing how the past continually shapes and inspires the future of artistic endeavors. In exploring the concept of divergent thinking techniques, we dive into a foundational element of unlocking creativity, particularly through the lens of visionary artists. Divergent thinking refers to the ability to generate creative ideas by exploring many possible solutions. It's a thought process or method used to generate creative ideas by exploring many possible avenues and is often contrasted with convergent thinking, which involves arriving at a single, correct solution to a problem. This method of thinking is significant because it underpins many of the creative breakthroughs seen in art, allowing artists to push boundaries and explore new realms. The significance of divergent thinking in the realm of creativity cannot be overstated. It encourages an open-minded exploration of possibilities, embracing ambiguity and uncertainty as tools for innovation. This mindset is crucial for artists who seek to break away from traditional practices and create work that is original and groundbreaking. A classic example of divergent thinking is Pablo Picasso, who revolutionized modern art with cubism by deconstructing subjects into geometric shapes, representing multiple perspectives simultaneously. Similarly, Salvador Dalí utilized divergent thinking in surrealism, creating dreamlike imagery that challenged perceptions of reality. Both artists exemplify how thinking differently can lead to revolutionary art movements. Proponents of divergent thinking often argue that this approach nurtures creativity by fostering an environment where ideas can flourish without judgment. It encourages risk-taking, leading to novel ideas that might not emerge from traditional linear thinking. However, divergent thinking is not without its challenges. Critics argue that it can lead to impractical ideas, lacking feasibility or focus. There's also the risk of becoming overwhelmed by too many possibilities, making it difficult to reach actionable conclusions. In the broader context of creativity, divergent thinking influences other aspects by fostering a culture of innovation. It's the starting point for brainstorming sessions, design thinking workshops, and collaborative projects where the free flow of ideas is essential. This approach complements convergent thinking, as the expansive generation of ideas eventually requires narrowing down to viable solutions. Ultimately, the role of divergent thinking techniques in unlocking creativity is profound. It serves as a catalyst for visionary artists and creative thinkers, providing them the tools to break free from conventional constraints and explore the unknown. By understanding and utilizing these techniques, individuals and teams can tap into a wellspring of creativity, driving forward both personal and collective artistic endeavors.